Happy New Year, everybody! Ryan from Mana Bluff here, just about to jump into another Theros 8-4 draft. And hey, sorry for being MIA for a while. I didn't post the last couple of weeks due to a number of crazy reasons, including finals, holidays, being sick, and not having internet forever. So again, my apologies, but we're back on track now, ready to rock. And really easy slam pick with the Shipbreaker Kraken. Love being blue, super fun. Just looking at also what's here, passing a Sealock Monster, Freak's Cure, Return Phalanx. I am in the Theros camp of just wanting to go black with another color. That's what I love. If you recall, I love black-white just because I think not many people look out for it. It's a really great control deck, as well as, of course, the standard black-blue or black-green. And yeah, no green. That we're passing no relevant white. A little bit of red, and then mostly black and blue. So I'll keep that in mind while we slam pick our Shipbreaker Kraken. Ooh. So let's get past a Voyage's End or a Sea God's Revenge. That is what I want. Instead we get past a Nessian Asp. I actually like going these colors. We'll just get some of our big beefy dudes on. Other option is Battlewise Hoplite, super good. Hopeful Eidolon, also fine. But if I'm going white, already want, I'm definitely staying on the blue path. Might as well take the Hoplite. And then Freaka's Cure is good, but we already passed some black. I definitely think the Asp is better, right? Right-o. Right. Ah, big old dude. And I do like these colors, like I said before. Yep, that's what I want. I just don't want to pick up the Battlewise Hoplite because it's a 2-color card, and that gets things a little bit tricky as we move forward. Ooh, slamming the Voyage's End. Love the black we're seeing. And then there's a Wingsteed Rider. Wow, this pack is stacked. So we're sending the Major Mundo signal that black is open to our left. I'm surprised there's a Wingsteed Rider still here. Kind of want to jump into it. The Asps, we're not seeing any other green. So maybe someone picked the green out of these packs. Not too sure. It's still early to tell. But I'm happy to stay on blue because of the Shipbreaker Kraken. And it's about as powerful as the Rider and the other cards in the pack. So I'm cool with that. But man, just want to pay attention. Black and white are both very much around. And now not much else is around. I don't want to take the Prescient Chimera or the Feral Invocation just to stay on color, especially because Hopeful Eidolon is way good. And for reading those signals right, then that's where I want to stay. So I think that's my game plan. Right? Okay. And now the white dries up, which is fine. I'm going to take the Horizon Chimera because I do ideally want to get into this green-blue scenario. And the only other pick I have is an Omen Speaker, which is perfectly fine and acceptable, and I want to be going blue, but I think the Chimera is powerful enough. Even though Asp was the only other green card that we've seen in this draft, it's not particularly open compared to like the black and white we saw. Could have been weak green in those other packs that we were seeing. And we're already in those colors, ishy. And yeah, so let's just go there, see how it goes. Wow. Okay, now I think it is time to jump into the black realm. That's really annoying because now I'm spreading myself over 4 different picks. No, I'm going to take the Griptide. I was really going to grab the Sip of Hemlock because it's so late. Here's my thing. It's so late that we've basically exhausted all black from the first pack. We're going to miss all black from the second pack. And so we'll get some good black in the third pack since it was so well passed. But at that point, why even bother jumping ship, to be honest? Whereas I have a perfectly serviceable blue card, I want to be in blue. I'm happy with it. It keeps us on our colors. Just staying a little disciplined. Are you kidding me? I don't care anymore. This is ridiculous. How is no one in black? It is the best color in Theros. Whatever. I'm just slamming the black cards that are insane. I guess maybe this Griptide could have been a Sip of Hemlock, but whatever. I just can't believe this. What a cluster F of colors. I'm fine splashing green if I need to. Going like blue-black or something like that. Honestly, we didn't see a lot of blue, so it could be that I was a little bit wrong to be slamming in on the Shipbreaker Kraken, but having picked up the Voyage's End third pick, I kind of liked the chances of going blue, and Yeah, I think the only real thing was possibly wanting to have jumped on the black bandwagon earlier. Not sure I want to have dumped on blue. This is very exciting. I can't believe these are here. What was that? Three. Gosh, and a return Phalanx comes around. I mean, I'm slamming that guy too. That table. There, what was the other black card that I opened? Oh, Farika's Cure. So that was picked up in the black realm. But this is great for us. Boom. Uh, don't really care about either of these. I don't want the Coastline Chimera, and I don't care about Gainsay at all. I'll take the boon. I think it's the same as whatever with Viper's Kiss, although boon, if a mnemonic wall is played, is like an extra instant target, so it kind of gets you a little bit more there. White seems to have disappeared. And then green I don't care quite as much about. I really need to rely on blue being open in the second pack and load up on some great blue cards, and then just cleaning house with black in the third pack, hoping other people didn't also jump super late, which I don't think anyone did. If I was still getting an emissary, what was that, like 6th or 7th pick? I think this was 7th. No, this was 7th. This was 6th, right? And then having the Phalanx leader table with only Farika's Cure out of the pack, then should be in okay shape for pack 3. And a Disciple of Phoenix is here. Okay. So black's open. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Even though we passed 20 bazillion black cards. Well, hopefully we'll get there. I'm trying to think if there are colors or cards I'd want to use to splash Nessie and Ask. Maybe if I pick up, like, we saw a Unicorn that we passed. If a Unicorn gets played in, and we're playing enough of a control deck, I'm down to splash in the Asp and maybe this Horizon Chimera. Ideally, though, we'd just stick to 2 colors. I'm really bad at splashing. I don't know how to build mana bases. If anyone wants to give me a nice tutorial, send me a video, or show me something, I'd be really down for that. I think at this point I'll just take a 4-drop, because I already have a bunch, right? I don't have any 3-drops, but Guardian just seems lame compared to a 2-4. Fate Foretold is fine, but I'm not doing anything heroic-y, so I don't really care about that. I'm just happy to actually continue to cut black in hopes that I kind of shore up that I moved into it so late. Oh my gosh, a Melted Charlatan. That's a 2-3 for 3. I don't have any 3-drops. Might make the deck just because of that. How many instant sorceries? If I pick up like a couple more Voyage's End, then Charlatan can actually get quite tasty. Not as good with Griptide or Lash. Yeah. So we'll just open up another Kraken, get past a Voyage's End, and it's, a shiny Unknown Shores. Yay! We're splashing the Asp. I can't think of anything that I mean, maybe if I open Elspeth, I'll play white. Ditch blue, go into black-white. I gotta remember, I'm not gonna see any black in the second pack. What was I thinking about right before I got distracted by the foil Unknown Shores? I don't even know. Oh yeah. Opening the nut blue and getting past the nut blue. I wanted Sea God's Revenge. Yes, I just asked for 2 6-drops. What about it, honey? Alright, goodness. Open the goodness. Open Jace. Oh wait, not in this format. Dang it. Super duper dang it. Well, open to Hero's Downfall. That's pretty good, and pretty sure it's still worth a wee something. Let's find out. Yeah, it's still worth like a ticket or 2. Also, the best card in the pack, side note, Lash the Whip won't table. And there's nothing else I care about. So, yeah, cool. Shipwreck Singer I would love to have now that we're in that game plan, but not gonna pass up the amazing removal. Ooh, Lightning Strike. Should I go into the one color I don't have yet? Probably not a good idea. However, there's also like nothing in this pack. What? Take the Traveler's Amulet to maybe splash my grain? Humana, humana, humana ho. Does this deck want an Aqueous form? No. What's more finishers? Where's the blue? I want my blue. I mean, I really think Lightning Strike is an honorable hate pick just out of the fact that I'm not even sure Traveler's Amulet matters, and you could probably wheel it anyway. And it's just Lightning Strike's so good. I'd rather just like get off the table, but I'll stick to the Amulet plan. Rageblood Shaman I'm not super scared about. These are decent uncommons, but not overpowered. We might just be splashing in our green. Ooh, hello, Bident. What would I rather have? Boink, 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 boink. I don't really have a lot of evasion, and right now I'm much more heavy black than blue, and I actually think Sea God's Revenge is that much better than the Bident. But this is the blue I wanted to see pass. I mean, this is very good, just out of danger zone. But I have a lot of... Yeah, Sea God's Revenge, it just wins the game. Here's another Lash. Interesting. So we'll probably end up getting a second Lash at some point in the draft, since this is the second one we've passed this direction. Everyone else, as in the one other player drafting black, is going to have plenty of Lashes, and so shall I. But Sea God's Revenge is pretty awesome. Okay, no blue. Except for Swan Song. That's lame. So I guess I could just pick up the Fleet Feather Sandals, because I might play it. I can cut Shredding Winds, or just keep it for the sideboard. I'm not base enough. Well, hold on. What if we start playing the splash game on blue, go green? Then I don't get my Kraken, which is kind of key. Well, if that does happen, I'll just take the presents, because there's no way I'm playing the Sandals. And if I do need to abandon blue, this will help me splash the blue that I end up having. Ooh, Harpy. Ooh, Belf Island. Ooh, Voidism. This is stupid. I want all these cards. I don't need as many 4-drops because I do have 4-drops, and I think Eidolon is a little more key to my game strategy, so it sucks to pass the Harpy, but I think I need the Baleful Eidolon just to be staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Voidism is so good too. I'm taking the Eidolon. I've never been sad with too many Eidolons. Except for hopeful Eidolons in the wrong colors. Why are all the good cards in one pack? Ain't that how drafts work sometimes? Okay, so I need some 3-drops, because I have 0 right now besides the 2-3. Want to shore up this early game. 4s are okay. We got some nice power level happening. This is a 3-drop, which is another 2-3, so who cares? I could take the Sealock monster, which is good, but I'm not too sure I need a whole lot of 5-drops. Or I can take my second Griptide, which is also a good card. I don't think I want... I think I'm going to take the Griptide. Also, Chimera I could take over the Sealock monster, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have the 5 and 6s that I want. And I kind of want like another Asp or a Keepsake Gorgon in the next, high drop spot. So I think I'll just pick up this dude, my Griptide. If this was the last pack and I was still at this weird awkward stage, I might even consider the Guardians over anything else, just to make sure I have a curve that I don't lose to myself and a shitty deck. Ooh. Take the Return Phalanx here over another Disciple of Phoenix. Again, we just have plenty of 4s, even though 2 are Griptides and 1 is only a maybe splash and 1's Return Centaur. But I think getting the early game around... Nah, screw it. Disciple's too powerful. Never mind. Boink. And I'll probably get 1 more Return Phalanx later on in the draft. Yeah, I like that. Because that pretty much allows me not to play Return Centaur, and then we're set on 4s. And these are pretty much the best 4s that we want. And then I do want to start prioritizing the 2s and the 3s. Or, a Voyage's End or like another Sea God's Revenge. But we have our 2 finishers. Everything else is just gravy. Aqueous Form? Yeah, I guess I'll take it. Might make the deck. Highly doubtful. Only other thing is to take this Raptor. How am I against Flyers? I'm in blue-black. I should have plenty of removal. I don't have a whole bunch, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to remove, plus a Sea God's Revenge, and an Asp, and a Flyer, if I splash them. Yeah, I don't care about the Raptor. Screw the Raptor. I'm taking on color cards. Even if they're weak on color cards. Wow, the Colt is still here. Oh, another Traveler's Amulet. I'm going to take the Crackling Trident because I don't want to run 2. I'm just sad this is here because I kind of wish I had hated that Lightning Strike, but this is actually probably better for me, just grabbing another 2-3 in case we don't get any 3-drops that we care about. What are the 3-drops that I care about in this format in these colors? See, this is what happens when internet dies on you for 2 weeks. We had a storm here and it cut out one of the main hubs for our internet connection, and I had to do a number of tricky maneuvering just to get internet back online, but it slowed us down to like, I mean, just above dial-up. So trying to get Moto to work on that was horrible. So I was now able to switch to a fiber optic cable, which is awesome, and now we have adequate speed. But man, for 2 weeks it was painful. Viper's Kiss for the sideboard. Hopefully all 3 of these cards are just sideboard cards. But back to my point, I don't remember what the 3-drops are in blue and black. I can think of the 2s and the 4s. What's the 3-drop in black? I guess there's the flyer, the harpy that deals damage to you. It's the 2/1 flyer. What's in blue? I guess I just picked 2 of them up. I honestly do not remember. I'm gonna lose, aren't I? Someone's gonna play like some combat trick, like a God's Willing, although something different because I actually remembered God's Willing, and then just hose me with it. I'm actually stoked to get a Dark Betrayal here. Sentry in the Underworld's fine. I don't need another Unknown Source. I got the shiny version, and I'm Stymied Hopes. Screw that. But yeah, Dark Betrayal, sweet sidebar card. And I actually am scared of the other Black Drifter who just got all the nut stuff pack 1. So yeah. People can have all these cards. I'll get rid of the Wild Celebrants. Oh, I should just grab the land. I like lands. Alright, maybe if I pick up a second amulet later on, I will be very comfortable splashing green. Don't need another Viper's Kiss. Probably don't want another 6-drop, but we might want a Benthic Giant. So that's okay. Schwam. We got some sweet power level in this deck with our Revenge and Kraken. Even if we don't play the ass, we still have, you know, some pretty decent things. Ooh, Guardian Meletus, that might actually make it, since we need those 3s. And then our Emissary, our Disciples of Phoenixes, Griptide, Voyage's End. Oh, I can't believe I passed out those Voyage's End. But it's okay, because I have a Baleful Eidolon. Hoorah! Actually, what would be good in the 3-drop was what I was saying earlier, the Unicorn. That would actually be kind of ideal with this green splash. Yep. That's what I would like to see. Maybe pick 5 or 6 in this last pack. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. I believe in it. Yay! So many good things. So many good things. Slamming the Keepsake Gorgon is exactly the 5 that I want. Would love to see Voyage's End, but I doubt it's going to table. And Nimbus Naiad, that's a 3-drop I want. Oh yeah, that'd be really good. If Keepsake Gorgon wasn't here, like if there was a Grey Merchant of Asphodel, which would still be very good on my deck, I'd probably still slam the Nimbus Naiad, because it's such a good Naiad, and I need 3-drops. Maybe it'd be better to take the Voyage's End. That's a debate. But here I don't think it's close at all. We want the Keepsake Gorgon. Ooh, Shipwreck Singer, Baleful Island, Grey Merchant. Ooh. Okay, is this a Grey Merchant of Asphodel deck? I've already passed 1. If I were to get 2 more, it'd be fine. But I really don't think I need the Grey Merchant of Asphodel. I've got such great beef and killers of goodness in my top end. I think Giant is officially gone. We've got all that we want here. I really think the Baleful Eidolon is what's going to make this deck hum in terms of staying alive. And these also work as 5-drops. Shipwreck Singer would be a fine inclusion, but not as critical to our surviving and winning. Yeah, we're taking the Baleful Eidolon. What a delicious card. Ooh, Opaline Unicorn. Temple of Deceit would be very good. And we do have another 3-drop with this Blood Toll Harpy. Let's start getting serious, though, about what we're actually playing. I know I have all the different 1-drop whatevers. Great cards. These are mediocre cards. Yeah, this is still like the premium here with the 3-drops wanting to be shored up. And since I really do actually want to splash this green, I'm going to take the Unicorn here. Could be just as right to take the Temple of Deceit to help the mana out a little bit. Am I convincing myself of that right now? Yeah, because I do have a 3-drop slot. I'll probably see a unicorn as we go. The Temple of Deceit will be very good in accentuating the splash, smoothing out the mana, and I don't really care about a Blood Tall Harpy. I just want to stay alive late game and then get my big dudes down. Yep, that's correct. Temple of Deceit. Here we go. Oh, Daxus, you scare me. Gray Merchant, I'm slamming here. Oh, I passed 2 Gray Merchants and now here's my third. I could have had quite the Gray Merchant of Asphodel deck. But the first one I saw, whatever, wasn't really in the colors then. Definitely wanted over Prussian Chimera because we are so heavy black, so that's fine. This puts us now at a solid 22 cards, which is where I want to be. Ooh, that's what I was trying to think of. What is the 3-drop? The Fellhide Minotaur. Same as these guys, but I'll probably have it trade out the Crackling Triton since I am looking... Actually, I'll probably take out the Guardians of Meletus because I don't really need to go super defense, right? Yeah, that's what we're going to do initially. The Ashen Rider. This guy's pretty sweet. Too bad he costs so much. Everyone's passing these mythics. Alright, pretty basic deck here. We're going to be running 18 lands. Here's one of them, and a Traveler's Amulet to play our double splash. And then if we get one of those unicorns back in action, we'll take out the Crackling Triton in our 3-drop slot. Because we're not going to be ever really taking advantage of the red. Even though the unicorn then makes it a little bit better to play the Crackling Triton on the off chance we activate it. But I don't think it's going to happen. Ooh, so many good things. Mostly the Sip of Hemlock on the Horizon Scholar. But we've got our top end, so we're fine. We're just going to grab a removal spell. Okay, I don't need 4 drops. Yeah. Alright, so what am I cutting? Probably Return Centaur. We have 3 solid... Oh, actually, maybe we're cutting one of the Griptides, since this is just a better removal spell. We'll see. For now, we'll do it this way. I do like having 14 creatures and just tons of ways of dealing with things. Do I want to dissolve or train Fortune Hunter? I don't really want a 2/2 for 3. Because the stuff I have to target me is stupid. I'm never going to do that just to draw a card. So yeah, we'll take Dissolve. I'm probably not playing it since my removal's super strong. Yeah, probably not, but it's just good to have. Definitely a winner of sorts. I guess I can decide based on the matchup if I want to have Dissolve or Griptides up. Another 2-drop. Return Centaur. Take the 2-drop for the sideboard in case I have another really aggressive deck. We have some good ways to shore up our early game. This will probably come in against super duper aggro and like to pull out our splash if we don't have time for the splash. Stone Shock Giant. I mean, these are great cards that are still in the pack. Nylea's Disciple and Stone Shock Giant, but that doesn't really matter when we have a decent sideboard card for us to grab. Alright, let's see if this unicorn ended up tabling. It's not this pack, right? It's the next pack. Because that's our only hope. We didn't see any other unicorns. I really would like it. I guess I don't really need it. I'm going to be able to play 2 forests, which will give me 3 green sources for my 2-color splash. And I'm really not averse to cutting the Horizon Chimera. I think the Asp is just that much better. So should be pretty darn happily on our way. Would have liked that second and third Voyage's End. I forget, what did I pick over the third one? I know I picked a Baleful Eidolon over one of the... Oh my gosh, this is stupid. Okay. Goodbye, Griptides. Ooh. This is not a Vaporkin deck, but at the same time, maybe it is. We're taking one of the 2-drops here. I don't really feel like I need an Omen Speaker. Will it be played? Or do I just want to have like another dude to bash through in the air? I don't think I'm going to play either of them at this point. I mean, this is definitely more of an Omen Speaker type deck. Yeah, I'm going to take the Omen Speaker. That could be wrong. It's coming out of the sideboard against like aggressive decks and the the X ones to kill. It might be better at the Vaporkin to have some fight in the air. But with all of the removal, what else do we have in the air? Just our splash cards? That's the only bummer. Because if that means I'm pretty locked into my green splash. Yeah, I think I should have grabbed the Vaporkin. Oy. That's a bummer. I think it would have been better. Oh well. What has done has been done. I'll have to rely on my removal to make dreams come true against the air raids. Mnemonic Wall is actually a pretty good pick now that we have 2 Voyage's End. It goes well with Hero's Downfall as well, plus some of our hidden sideboard cards. I don't need another Benthic Giant. Also need Fleet Feather Sandals. I think this draft is fairly done. What are we actually going to play, though? Do I care about the splash? You know, I think I'm just going to cut the splash, even though I want to be super greedy and play these cards. It could just be that this deck is powerful enough without the splash, so it's kind of like, why bother? I'll give that a go. Because, look, if we cut these guys... Look at this deck, it's already pretty nutty. We have really nice finisher with our Shipbreaker Kraken. I guess I think I do want the Asp. We need like a second finisher. We only have the Erebos' Emissary and Shipbreaker Kraken. Sure, the Eidolons, when considered over here, can make anything kind of like a finisher to start, taking over a game and start getting through with some Death Touch. And the Gorgon's also pretty sweet. And then Sea God's Revenge is a finisher. I'm hanging on back and forth. Guess I'll have to see exactly how the mana turns out. Maybe just one of the splash cards with the Asp, but that's it, and not playing the Chimera like I was considering. I want to take the Witch's Eye because it's worth, a little bit more as an uncommon than a common. Value. But Chosen is actually a decent playable. And on the off chance someone grabs it, no schmanks. Get rid of the Chosen by Heliod. Ooh, Sentry. Thanks, Sentry. You're not being played. And a Plains! Cool beans! Let's build a deck. Okay, so here is the first build with everything laid out. Really nice sideboard card with Dark Betrayal here. Well, we'll get into the sideboard in a second. So here with our nice build, I am at 23 cards right now, and I definitely want this to be an 18-land deck, one of which would be in the Temple of Deceit for sure. Not too sure about this Unknown Shores. So I want to make one cut, and I'm considering taking out the Omen Speaker, the Crackling Triton, as just cutting down my blue spells, and they don't really do a whole lot, except they are a nice hedge against like round 1 aggressive deck, because these is what I'd be wanting to sideboard in if they weren't there, along with the Flesh Mad Steed. However, I think the cut is Griptide, though it's a fine card. Having 2 Voyage's End, Downfall, 1 Griptide, Lash, and these nice 6-drop, I don't think I need a second Griptide, so that's kind of the first thing I can pull out. I think in another control matchup, we can bring in a Griptide. We can bring a new Mnemonic Wall, which will be great with all of our instants, especially these 3 heavy hitters down here. And that's something to consider. I pulled out the Horizon Chimera because I don't feel like we need it to win. Whereas I feel like the Nessian Asp, I feel like we need it to win as one of our big dudes to bash in. And the mana, despite playing 18 lands, having Double Seat and Traveler's Amulet, is still going to be a little bit strained. So cutting out the Chimera, I'm fine with. But this is also a good option to bring in against another slow sort of control-y deck. Against aggressive decks, we can take out the splash, bring in Return Centaur, Guardian, Flesh Mad Steed. We also have a Dark Betrayal, like I was mentioning, for a black deck, and even Boon and Viper's Kiss for other like fast decks. So I like our strong sideboard options. And yeah, I think I really like the game plan of Griptide being gone. So I convinced myself while chatting about it with you. And then our weakest cards here, Omen Speaker, Crackling Triton cards to get rid of. And then everything else is absolutely gorgeous. So let's add our lands. I definitely want at least 2 forests, because that'll give us 3 green sources for our Nessian Asp. Traveler's Amulet plus these two, and that should do it pretty all right. And then we have what 9 swamps and 7 islands, not including the Traveler's Amulet. Being a double blue Shipbreaker Kraken, I'm considering going 7-8 because that gives us 9 direct sources for black, even though 10 is really what we want, but we have the Traveler's Amulet for backup, and then 8 sources for blue, which I like because of our double blue Crackling Triton. Crackling Triton. Shipbreaker Kraken. Let's actually say the correct terms for everything. Am I okay with that? Do I want to go down? It's either this or this. 6, 7, 8. By the time we get the Shipbreaker. Yeah, I think this is fine because it's a 9 natural sources plus a Traveler's Amulet that if we're, if we need it, we can go grab her. I think that helps smooth everything out, despite having the double black at 3, 4, 5. Could be a little greedy. I'm so torn. This is where I suck at Magic. Hey guys, what do you think is best? I gotta make a decision because my time is out. 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do this. Yep, that's the way. I'm ready. Round 1, here we come.